Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bishop, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to create content, whether you're a new creator, whether you're looking for some ways to kind of go around your methods of creating now. I'm going to show you kind of the easiest ways to get started. So this is very a beginner level video, but I'm going to show you multiple ways to do it depending on your system and however you have your stuff set up. So we're going to jump right into it with PC. So on PC, you're going to need a few different applications. So number one, you're going to need OBS. This is the program that's open right now. You can download it from obsproject.com. I'll put a link in the description so you can have that. And it is a very versatile tool. It is kind of the number one go-to for PC content creation and gaming videos, all that kind of stuff. And it is incredibly good and incredibly customizable, so it can grow with you as you go. So the second program that you would need is a program called DaVinci Resolve. Now, DaVinci Resolve is a video editing program, and there are two versions of it. There's DaVinci Resolve, and then there's DaVinci Resolve Studio. The studio version is the premium version. You have to pay a fee for it. It is, I believe, $300. It's a one-time fee, unlike many other editing programs. So I'm going to show you guys, actually, the best way is to just get the free version. Now, if you're doing professional video like I do, I have the paid studio version. If you're just kind of making gaming content, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to say you don't need the paid version unless there's a specific feature that you want that would make your life easier. But again, for beginners, just download DaVinci Resolve, the free version, download OBS Studio, and then you've got everything you need to start creating content for PC. So jumping into OBS Studio. Here we are. Once you get into this, you won't have any of this stuff on the side, and it'll basically be a blank canvas. Now, I've already got all this stuff in here because I've already got this stuff set up. I live streamed Twitch at twitch.tv/BlaneBishop. But for those of you who are first downloading this, you won't have anything in scenes and sources. The layout may be slightly different, but it all works the same. So for PC players, there's two ways of doing this. Personally, I think one way is a little bit better. It seems to be giving better performance during your gaming, while you're also recording. So I'd personally go that route. Now, there's the two main ways are display capture and game capture. Display capture tends to lower your performance in game while recording and while running OBS, so I like to run with game capture. Now, when you go down here, press the plus button in sources, you'll add a game capture source, and for example's sake, I'll add one. So what it'll do is it'll bring up modes. Now you can do capture any full screen application, so any games that you're playing in full screen mode should just pop right up, should be good. Personally, I play a lot of games in windowed mode, so the full screen application doesn't work quite well for me. So I'll use capture specific window, and then what I do is I'll hit the drop down on window, and I can sit here and I can find the executable for whatever game it may be that I'm playing. Once you do that, you just click it. Most of these settings can stay the same, and then you just hit OK, and you're good. Once you've got that all set up, basically all you have to do is hit start recording, and you should be good to go. When you start up OBS, it'll run an optimization that can set up all these sorts of settings for you. I find that it's kind of better for you to go online, find a video that describes these things better, explain all the settings to you, and find what works best for you. But the optimization can kind of sometimes land you in a good spot and might make it easier just to jump right into creating without having to jump around to 6,000 videos. Once you do that, you can hop over to DaVinci Resolve, the editing program, drop in your footage after you finish recording your session, cut it down, add subtitles, do whatever you need to do, and you're good to upload. Pretty simple. Now, if you'd like a more detailed breakdown on how to do this sort of stuff, or how I do this sort of stuff, just let me know, and I can make videos on that. But again, this is just the bare bones, like, here's what you need to get started. Now, for my friends that are on console, I do not have an Xbox Series X, so I will only be going over the PS5. There is a way to do content creation pretty well and pretty efficiently if you're wanting to just get started, get a taste of it, see if you like it. And what I'll do here is I'll activate my game scene so it pops up. So I'll pop up my game scene so you can see my PS5 now. Grab my controller and we'll hop over to the PS5. So PS5 is very simple. It actually has a built-in capture card, so you can do all your recording on here simply by pressing the share button. When you press the share button, it brings up this menu. So you can save recent gameplay, take screenshots, start new recordings. Now, and you can even live stream. Now, the big thing is you want to come in here, as soon as you're getting ready to create your content, come in here, go to capture options. So your screenshot file type, most of the time keep that to JPEG. It's a smaller file. You won't need anything more if you're creating a thumbnail or anything like that. Video clip tile. I prefer WebM. MP4 is good, but I think WebM, you get a little bit better quality. It's just not as compatible with most things. YouTube, you shouldn't have a problem though. And you want to include your mic's audio. If you have a headset mic, such as this one on my Astro A40s, it's a good way to get started. If you have something separate like this, the Blue Yeti, you can plug it in via USB. Still make sure you include your mic's audio and include party audio. If you're playing with other people, you want to include that, and each person individually in the party can set if they want to allow their voice to be recorded. So make sure that if you're talking to your friends that they set that up for themselves. What we get into with the PlayStation recording is, for example, I will open Slide 2. It's really simple. Honestly, this is the best way, I believe, for beginners to create content without having a million and one things. If you've just got a PS5, you can make great content and it'll work out perfectly fine. So once I've got the game open, if I go back in this share menu, I've got now these options to save recent gameplay and start new recording. Now, if I hit start new recording, that's awkward. We don't need Overwatch. Marvel Heroes, or Marvel Rivals is better anyways. Buy Overwatch. So now when we're in game, if you come into this menu, you can start a new recording. Once you do that, you'll see at the top, it says how long you've been, or it starts to say the timer, show you that you're recording. You're good to go. Whenever you get done recording, press that share button again, stop recording, and there's your video file. Now, another way of doing this is you can actually just straight up start up your game, start playing, and there is a somewhat of a downside for this, is if you go to save recent gameplay, you can save up to the last 60 minutes. Now, obviously, saving recent gameplay, it shows that I'm only a minute and 12 seconds in out of that 60 minutes. But this does give you some versatility that if you need to record last 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, however, you have those options. Saving the last minute for a small clip that you want to put on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, that kind of stuff, it's a great feature for that. However, for most of you, I'd say you want to hit start new recording and then continue from there, and just make sure you stop the recording afterwards. Now, say you've already gotten on your game, you've recorded your content with your friends, and you're ready to take it to the next level, make some cuts, cut out some dead spaces in the footage, and upload a refined video. Here's where we get into that. So if you come over to your video clips, you can see that there's a share, there's edit, there's favorites, delete. If you go into edit, it mostly only gives you like options for cover image and trimming down the video. Which trimming is, yes, good if you've managed to do it in one take, but you have some space at the beginning or the end. Most of the time, you're gonna have some space in the beginning that you want to cut out. So, that's where another program you can download on the PlayStation 5 comes in. And that program is Share Factory Studio. Now, even though this is just on the PS5, it does have a lot of features, and I will start it up so we can get right into it and I can show you what it does. This is actually how I created most of my content on this channel for years. I mean, most of my Bloodborne videos, if any of you are around from that, were all created in this program, the PS4 version. Now, it gives you multiple options. You've got your bits editor, which I'm not familiar with this. Video editor, which is what you're going to be wanting to look at. Photo editor, if you wanted to make a thumbnail or something. And then your toolbox. Now, again, we're going to jump into the video editor so I can kind of show you what it does. Now, let's see. I think I might be able to pull up a template here. So I just pulled up a version of something they already had saved in here, and you can see all the controls at the bottom, kind of what they do. You can scrub through with the touchpad, as I'm doing, or your right stick. You can go in between trims with the bumpers. You can make it full screen with the left trigger, that kind of stuff. But either way, if you just play through here, you can kind of get a showcase of what you can do in this. You can make your just basic cuts into title screen, transition into other stuff. There's a lot that you can do in this program. And again, this is just the basics. I'm not going to go over everything, but if we drop in to a new project, hit new project, you get to choose a creator pack. They have a lot of these that are associated with certain games or even certain themes like synthwave, metal, that kind of stuff. Or you can just hit simple. Now, when you do that, you're going to select whatever clips that you want to bring in for your video. So we'll pull in this 10-second clip from Sly, and we just hit start project. You get to rename the project however you want to do it. We'll just hit continue, and then boom, there's our game footage. Now, like I said, where you have a bunch of features as to what you can do. You can add overlays, you can pan and zoom, duplicate clips, replace them, adjust the volume, all sorts of stuff. But that's kind of your basics on what you can do on the PS5 itself to begin creating content. I hope that you guys found this video helpful and that I was able to get you started on creating content. It's extremely fun. Even if you don't have a ton of viewers, it's still just something that's enjoyable to do. And it gives you an option to grow and potentially run a successful YouTube channel one day. So if you guys have any questions about any of these things I talked about in this video, you can just drop it below. If you do start creating, I'd love to hear about your channel. If you want to drop the link below, if it's separate from what you're commenting on, I'd be happy to check out some of your content and give any advice and any tips that I can. So if you guys did enjoy, I hope you would drop a like on the video, subscribe, and let me know if you learned something new about the basics of creating some content. And I will see you guys in the next video. See you later.